Who's next? Vishwa?
Hi, my name is Vishwa and I'm in 7th grade in Elston Ridge Middle School. I like to read, draw, and also swim. So anyway, let's get back into the speech. So I'm going to be answering the question, if you have access to unlimited resources like money and manpower, what change would you bring to this world? So a change I would bring to this world would be to make life supportable for humans on Mars. As many people would know, because of global warming, the Earth has been heating up, which causes high temperatures on the planet. According to scientists, a third of the animals and plant species will face extinction by 2050, and up to 70% by the end of the century. Also, icebergs are melting, which causes oceans to rise. This could cause many cities and even countries to sink. People are also curious about Mars and how it was created. Scientists could know more about the universe and how it was created based on Mars. So these are the reasons that Mars is the only other planet. These are the reasons that people should live on Mars. So you might be wondering why Mars and not any other planet. There are many reasons. First is because the soil contains some water which there's still a little hope to find water. There's also enough sunlight for solar panels, and because of that, we could create electricity using that. Mars's gravity is 38% of the gravity on Earth, and people could eventually adapt to it. A Mars day is 24 hours, 39 minutes, and 35 seconds, which is close to a day on Earth. Because of these reasons, Mars should be the only other planet that people can live on except Earth. So NASA, or National Aeronautics and Space Administration, is working on 2 rovers named Curiosity and Perseverance, 1 lander named Insight, and 1 helicopter named Ingenuity. These things collect information for Mars. Currently, they're working on an inflatable shield which allows large surface space to take up less space in a rocket. Inflatable shields could help land spaceships on Mars since it has an atmosphere. So humans need 3 things: water, oxygen, and food. First is oxygen. So NASA has created a device named MOXIE, which is the full form of Mars Oxygen Institute Resource, which converts CO2 or oxygen into CO2 or carbon dioxide into oxygen. So we could wear spacesuits, carry tanks, which allows us to breathe. So the tanks won't be that heavy, so we won't really need to worry about them, and we'll barely even feel them. This leads to the second resource, which is water. There are 2 ways we can use that. We could use the device, MOXIE, which converts carbon dioxide into oxygen and mix that oxygen with hydrogen. And the second way is to plant trees, but that would take way too long, so that's why the first way is better. And then the third resource is food. So we could grow plants in greenhouse cells, and because of that, we could get food out of it. We might face many challenges in the way, though. First challenge we may face is dust storms. So dust storms are very fierce, and because of that, in Mars, they may destroy or also ruin MOXIE and all the other systems. So for that, the base of all these 3 things we'll need, water, oxygen, and food, they all basically grow on oxygen, right? So that's why instead of using MOXIE that time, we'll use plants to provide oxygen and water. There are also dangerous radiations that the sun provides us in Mars. So because of that, there's an atmosphere on Earth named stratosphere, which has something called an ozone layer, which weakens sends radiations. We'll create a shield just like the ozone layer in stratosphere, which will reduce the dangerous radiations on the sun. The third challenge we may face are meteors. So for that, we'll create a shield like the mesosphere, which stops meteors and cools them down. So you might be wondering, how will we go there? So we'll go there by spaceships, using the inflatable shield that NASA has made to land spacecrafts. So what resources will I need in them? So with unlimited resources, I will invest on creating technology and improving it. And I'll need many things such as MOXIE devices, soil, greenhouse cells, spacecrafts, things needed to make shields, and many other things. So in conclusion, humans need to make Mars their new home because of global warming. There will be many challenges in the way, but in the end, it will benefit everyone. Thank you.
Thanks, Vishwa. So that side is done. No, Anand is still done. Okay. Now Vishwa was the last person to join the class, right? She missed the first couple of classes. She was the last one to join. She really picked up very quickly. What I really like about Vishwa's speech is how effortlessly she does it, right? I know you don't feel that. I know there's a lot of effort that has gone into that. A lot of effort that has gone into preparing the content of it, right? All the items that I mentioned are realistic scientific content, right? So all of that effort. I think even when you prepared and delivered your speech for the first time, you had pretty much a fully written content out there, right? So it seems very effortless, but I know there's a lot of preparation that goes into making it look effortless. So great job.